lots of rain today mixed in with a lot of snow. And it doesn't look like I'll be getting any drone practice today for sure. Basically the forecast is calling for rain the whole week, so I guess no practice for a while. Maybe I'll practice some indoor stuff because I've been reading how some people have been saying the focusing and the Mavic hasn't been working as intended, so maybe I'll do that just for a test, but we'll see. For now, I'm just going to do some of my shopping, comparisons and all that stuff, and we'll see how the day goes. Funny enough, I probably have to try to finish the Breath of the Wild just for product knowledge, because there might be like a fun gig I might be doing, which requires me, you know, to be knowledgeable about it, so we'll see. I was reading some fun news about this thing called an Airbus. I don't know if you guys seen it as well. Basically, it looks like it's two forms. Basically, it starts as a car, and then something can attach to it and basically turn it into, like, you know, like a flying drone, and basically transports people. It's only in the concept phase, but that's kind of cool. I'm basically looking forward to like these types of transportation methods. Seems like something right out of the movies, huh? I think my touchscreen glove basically bit the dust too. I mean, there's like holes in the fingertips and stuff now, if you guys can see. Oh, sew it back together or try to find a new one. I actually spent like only maybe about $15 on these. Get what you pay for, I guess, in this case. It was my first pair, so I'm not sure what other ones there is to buy. Actually, one thing I wanted to check out, if you guys remember that store that was closing down, I wanted to see if there's any better deals now that's closer to the closing date. 30 to 60% off now.
There's gonna be like records in the front. I mean, it sucks, but at least people have another place to go to.
Not cheap enough, in my opinion. Alright, they'll eventually get cheaper. I'm always surprised when they have items on clearance and they don't list the price. Although funny enough, people that usually shop these kind of clearance deals are usually other businesses, because they can get it cheaper than buying it from like the manufacturer that way, and they just resell it afterwards. I remember seeing Target Canada's suits and stuff inside Dollarama. It's kind of funny. Someone didn't get that right. What in the world? A gaming drone? Has obstacle avoidance and follow me, wow. It's actually kind of cool. The gaming picture frames with the old school games. Funny enough, I can probably find cheaper movies and stuff here than in the clearance store.
Kim, can you call 453? Kim, 453, thank you.
That's why you usually have to wait until the very last minute before they're actually a real deal, because I usually find like for clearance deals, like in those clothing stores, they usually mark it up like in the beginning just to try to maximize profits. You know, after all these weeks I still can't find that Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charm oatmeal. And yes, I'm here in Canada. I thought it'd be a fun thing to try, but yeah, I guess no one carries it that much. Wow, it's actually kind of cheap. I'm actually curious how this will look in a few months. This thing's been under construction for a while. Alright, I think I have some extra time to test out the Mavic later on tonight. I think I will test out the focus to see if there was an issue, because I noticed sometimes in my pictures it seemed like the top right section seems a little blurry than the other pictures. So I'll just do this as a test. Because I've been reading, it's kind of funny, some people were saying it's because of the firmware or the calibration, which makes absolutely no sense for like focus issues. So it'll be an interesting test. Actually, to show an example of what I'm talking about in terms of the right side being blurry, I'll post a video overlay right now. Yesterday's footage, I noticed like here, like on the right side, I don't know if you guys notice here, it's kind of like, it's more blurry than it should be, it seems like. It's like, and that's basically an issue I heard other people say they had. Now some people have been saying that's because, I don't know, something in the actual lens wasn't installed properly, like from DJI's end. Whereas other people say like all they did was recalibrate stuff and all that and it fixed itself. So it doesn't really make sense. So yeah, so I figured I'd try it indoors to see if I can replicate the problem or not. Other than that, I haven't really had any other issues with it so far in terms of picture, other than me, like, you know, not choosing the correct settings and all that. Okay, so this is going to be a quick indoor test, I guess, with the focus and all that. So I just decided to randomly throw in a bunch of stuff with different lighting and contrast to see if it can focus, as you guys can see. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna basically leave the Mavic and start focusing and yeah, see how it goes. Okay, so I'm just recording on the Mavic now. So I think I got the lighting and stuff right. I have to use the ISO 400. I think I got the white balance okay. Let me see. It looks okay. Let's just do some tests here. Let's try to focus on the Mario first. There is the zoom. Let's try the switch. Whoa, what you doing there, focus? To me that looks a little out of focus though. Let's try to go more for the remote, I guess, like the blue remote. That looks better. And let's try it in the background. What I've noticed is, I don't know if it's because of the firmware, but I've noticed sometimes when I fly the Mavic, it actually tries to autofocus by itself. I guess that's kind of a new feature that they wanted to, I guess, introduce to make it easier. It's kind of hard for me to tell just on this little screen here, so it'll be easier for me to see afterwards. But you guys can tell me what you think too, because yeah. But to me, the right side looks okay. The funny thing is I actually can't see it that well because the record button screen is actually blocking the right side. Let's bring it in a little closer, the Mavic. Okay, there we go. Let's try to get a bit of that. There we go. Alright. So to me on my screen, the Mario looks kind of blurry right now. So let's click on the Mario. It's kind of funny how the gimbal is kind of moving to the, it's kind of shifting, as you guys can see. I'm not even touching it right now and it's kind of moving back and forth. I wonder why that is. Maybe I need to reset the gimbal. Let's try it again. Yeah, again, I'm not even touching anything. The screen's just like moving kind of to the right. I wonder if I can capture that. Alright, let's try that again. Mario. I know you guys can tell here, but I'm kind of having a hard time trying to click on the Mario because it gets onto the icons. Okay, let's try that. That's easier. Okay, he looks focused. Luigi. And let's try that painting in the background now. Okay, seems okay. Now the one thing I'm going to test is if you can see on that 3DS there, I'm actually going to open it because it'll actually be something on the screen. So let's try this. Now that I'm not expecting to pick up very well, but let's see. I don't know, see any soft sides on the right side? Like, to me right now it looks okay. The only thing was that gimbal was kind of like, for some reason it was moving to the right. Let's close this. Okay. And I guess as a last kind of test, it's kind of like you see that little red bottle there. So this, I'm really close up to the stuff now. So obviously the Mario, again, it's moving by itself, like the gimbal. I'm gonna probably have to reset this for some reason. Let's try focusing on Mario. Looks really good. The background is blurry, which it says expected, like on the right side. Now let's try to click on that, the background. Okay, it looks okay to me. The painting looks kind of it's unfocused, and now let's test the red thing right in the center and see what happens. Okay, I mean, to me it seems okay now, so I don't get it. Like, is it just a calibration issue, for example, like people are saying? Huh. I'm almost inclined to just reset it just for the sake of testing. Okay, let's try this. So we have the switch. To me, it looks a little blurry right now. And again, it's moving by itself, the gimbal. I don't know what's going on. Let's try focusing on the remote. Okay, looks a lot better. And let's bring it. Okay, and now let's try with the Gear VR. Not that I think you can tell the difference. Looks fine. And one more of the painting in the background. Okay, works fine again. Again, I probably can't see too much of a difference until I actually see it on the big screen. But the only thing I'm wondering again is the gimbal. For some reason, it was like moving by itself, even though it's on a flat table surface. You guys can tell it too. Maybe you guys can pick up some detail that I'm not picking up, but that's why I kind of chose like the variety of stuff here so you can kind of see. Okay, just as a quick test, does this look more straight? I tried to adjust the gimbal and I felt like I needed to tilt it a bit. Makes me wonder where if that felt so off balance here in an indoor room, whether or not I was like filming slanted all these times, like outside where you just can't notice it because you're flying. But yeah, I had to adjust the gimbal center thingy or whatever. What's it called? I'll look it up here. It's called the adjust gimbal rule, so I had to basically change the number. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing I tested this because maybe that affected my picture qualities that I've been taking. Right, other than that, I'll edit all this and you guys can tell me how it looks. Like, does it look blurry on the right side and so forth? I mean, to me right now it looks okay, especially after I balanced it and all. Hopefully that fixes any future problems. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.